like. How it feels behind the wheel. On the most exclusive asphalt in the world. 1,000 horsepower at your command. Speed like you've never known. Millimeters between fame and failure. Milliseconds between first and forgotten. Take your seat.
CCRL, your place for F1 23. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to CCRL. Tonight, we are live, we're racing, and we are at Spa. I am joined tonight, not by Dresden, but by Untrained Pro, a long-time viewer here at CCRL. Untrained Pro, how you doing?
Hey, welcome. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Hope I can help you out tonight.
Hey, is it okay if we just shorten that up to Pro tonight, or what's your nickname that you go by on stream?
Well, it depends on how I'm playing. If I'm playing terrible, it's untrained. If it's good, I'm pro, it's usually the latter than the former.
All right, we'll take Pro tonight.
Sounds good. I appreciate you.
Hey, so like I said, we're in Spa tonight, and Pro. I told you wrong. It is no quali tonight because we are redemption format, so it's going to be reverse grid lineup. So we're not going to have any cold start here. We're going to get thrown right into the action, and we're going to be getting going here pretty quickly here in the next few minutes. Wanted to just quickly touch on last week for those who didn't watch. We had a bit of a snafu. It was a action-packed race, and then due to server issues, we got cut loose. But there was quite a bit of action, especially for some of our drivers who are at the top of the championship tables right now. So I'm wondering if they're going to be glad that race didn't happen, or they're going to get a re-go at that race.
Hey, sometimes having a cold hot stop in the middle of a race can be a good thing, yeah, especially if you're going to run the race later on in the season. It just makes things more interesting. It's the championships closer to the end.
Yeah, we're gonna chalk it up to a practice, I guess. So hopefully we don't get another issue like that tonight. I don't think we will, but fingers crossed. So normally we'd go through championship standings, drivers and constructors, but tonight we are you'll be able to see some of that in the screens we have prepared. I don't want to get like super drawn in on any one particular rabbit hole because we've only got a couple minutes before we get going here.
I'm gonna have to interject. I mean, I want to go down one rabbit hole. I want to know how Feeney's got that killer mustache. Like we've got to show the driver standings. I think that's a wonderful slide that you've got there.
Yeah, we're gonna jump right in, and Feeney there you can see in third. Yeah, that is a pretty sexy stash. I gotta give it up to him. But yeah, real quick, just looking at the driver standings right now, Reimer in the lead with 60 points, Z-Milk right behind in the Ferrari with 33, and Feeney just behind him in the Alpine with 26 points. It gets really close, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those guys all within 8 points, and a crazy race could really shake up the standings tonight.
And I feel bad for Angry Walrus because he was like running first, almost second place based on the pits that were going through at the end of that race last week. They cut cold, so I feel for him.
Yeah, it was a really crazy race. We went from dry conditions to rain. Reimer actually pitted like it was crazy. It was like he has some kind of special Doppler radar in the car. He stopped a lap early, threw the inters on, and we were like, It's not even spitting yet. And then what do you know? It starts raining. So his strategy worked out pretty well. And then it was only a couple laps before we were back onto a dry tire. So pretty crazy race. It would have been cool to see that race stand or, kind of see how it played out. But as with the real F1 season, we get hiccups here as well. So kind of adds to the flavor. And we're only 4 rounds into this thing, 3 really, if you count that last week doesn't count. So lots more racing to go.
I was disappointed to see that rain end so quickly. I'm definitely more partial to seeing some rain. I think it definitely makes the good drivers really show what their skills can be. So hopefully get maybe a little rain. Isn't Spa known for having some rain, as we saw even from last week with Real F1?
Yep, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because we could see some rain tonight, and usually, I don't get that info here, but usually we do get guys either in the comments, hint, hint, stomp, stomp, who will give us a little insight on the weather. But Spa known for rain. We saw it last weekend in real life, and even 2 years ago, actually got rained out. They didn't even run the race, so. Rain always a threat here in the Ardennes forest. Just this microclimate here in the area can it's like Indiana weather, right? We're both from Indiana. It's like the phrase is, if you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes. And
Exactly.
Lights are on here in Spa. Lights are off, and off we go. Here we go from the start. We're on board with Hemphead. Turn 1, known for its crazy antics, but it looks like everyone is keeping it clean.
I don't know. Hemphead drove right off the corner, right? You forgot to turn on that one.
Barney out to a great start. He's already 6/10 up, and looks like starting to kind of stretch the field out a little bit as we go through down. Oh, we've got a caution here as they get onto the Kimmel Straight. Looks like an Alpine, or not an Alpine, an Aston Martin. Angry Walrus stranded there coming out of Eau Rouge. Wonder what has happened to the Aston Martin.
Several side-by-sides going through that last turn.
Yeah, we're going to jump back a little bit further in the field here and take a ride with Pontiac Bandit currently as they head through here down Lake Combs, and they are going to rush their way down through Bruxelles.
This track just amazes me how fast these speeds can get up, and this is a very exciting track for me, especially being 4 miles long. This laps around here, so I don't know. I'm definitely partial to this track myself.
Got another caution. It looks like the McLaren of Guzman. No, John the Prince struggling out of Stavelot there, or no, not Stavelot, Puhan. That's a very fast corner, and you can definitely get the rear end loose if you're taking too much speed through that corner. Looking still on board with Pontiac Bandit as both the Red Bulls here fighting as they enter the bus stop chicane, and curveball throwing one in on Pontiac there.
Nice job for curveball. Yeah, I've been following these guys for I think you guys are with season 4 now, season 3.
Season 3, yeah.
We've watched these guys since season 1, so familiar names to me: Hemphead, Feeney, Curveball. Those are kind of my go-to guys here.
Yep, yeah, we've gotten some new talent on the grid. Angry Walrus is coming in the last couple seasons. Rujoff last season joined the elite grid. NLC Racing and DRL is there at 6th and 7th. Those guys
pass for second.
Yes, SP. He's been had a little trouble to start this season, but it looks like he has maybe found his groove here tonight in Spa. He's up in second and doing well on his way to chasing Barney now, 3 seconds back.
Several battles all throughout the pack.
We're going to jump back
Very
on
impressive.
board with Pontiac. He is trailing Z-Milk and DRL. It's probably the closest race on the track right now.
So I'm curious, what tires we here? It looks like I see several medium.
Yeah, let's
mediums,
take
maybe some reds.
Wow.
Everyone
on the medium tire except for Shashir and L. Guzman. Now remember, this is a redemption format tonight, so we've got this 8-lap sprint and then a Grand Prix right after this. So the sprint really taking place of quali. So here's a question: is that soft tire going to go all the way? Pro,
That's a great question. I mean, considering these are 4.5 mile laps, I don't know. That's definitely a gamble. I'm assuming Shashir probably coming more from the back of the pack. Let's see here. He's currently. I don't see him in the points. But I don't know. I think I definitely would probably go with the medium because there's no required pit stop in the sprints. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And what we've been seeing recently is that soft tire just really falls off the last couple laps of the sprint race. Doesn't matter what track we're on. It just doesn't like going that particular distance. So medium runners could be good here. We only had a couple of soft runners. We're under the VSC right now. Looks like Rujov, DNF. I did not see. It looks like coming out of turn 1 possibly. See that white Haas just stuck there, and now they're going to clear that car. So a little trouble for Rujov here in the sprint. He's going to have his work cut out for him in the race after this, Pro.
Well, this virtual safety car will definitely help out those two running on those soft tires. Again, 4.5 mile lap. I mean, if we're looking at 2 laps, I mean, that's a quarter of the race right there.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And we're back to green flag now, but yeah, that's virtual safety car is going to help them. They at least got an extra lap out of it, I would say.
Exactly. So. I agree. But yeah, sure, with a big gamble, I don't know if I would do it, but best luck to him.
So DRL, we're jumping on board back in 7th right now. He's chasing down a very fast Bongit. Bongit on Monday night in the Pro Tier, showing quite a bit of pace. So we'll see if DRL is able to this lap use DRS and possibly get ahead of Bongit.
No, there's a tongue twister for you. Say that 7 times.
So DRS open now as we start lap 4.
Shashir just passed up Reimer here. Or maybe Reimer's actually falling back. I take that back.
Oh, yeah, Reimer in the pits. That's interesting. I wonder if he's got some kind of wing damage.
Well, he almost drove in the wall there. But, that's a bold move there, trackside. See if it pays off for him.
Yeah. Oh, yep, I see there. He is missing the front wing. So that's unfortunate for Reimer. That's our championship leader right now. In the pits with 4 laps to go in the sprint, he is going to have a major job come Grand Prix time. Barney, so lap 4, Barney out in front as he takes us around through Puhan here. He's got 3.3 seconds on SP and gaining. He is looking like he is stamping his authority on this sprint race, hoping to take home his first win of the season tonight in the sprint race. Next up, SP in second. And just behind him, Curveball, looking to capitalize on the points here from the sprint and give SP a challenge as well. 4th, G Shiesty. 5th, NLC. 6th, Bongit. 7th, DRL. 8th, Z-Milk. 9th, Urban. And 10th, Hemphead. That rounds out your top 10 as we get closer to lap 5 here of the sprint race.
Now, I think your points-wise, your winner is going to get 10, and then it's consecutively reduced all the way down to 10th place where they'll get 1. Is that correct?
So points round out in the sprint race at position 8. Starting with the so positions 1 through 8, 8 points, right? So 1, 8, 2, 7, and
Good
so
deal.
on.
Okay. So Barney could potentially gain 10 points here. That would do much for him in that championship, being that he is 17th right now with 1 point in standings.
Yeah, and once you get that, you're flirting in the midfield there. 8 points is quite a haul, so you could really mix up the championship standings with the sprint win for sure.
Absolutely. Looks like Hemphead has a 3-second penalty. The penalties, you'll be surprised how quickly those will pile up and can hurt you, especially as close as this field is running right now in the front 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a dig at you watching me racing pro or just your expertise, but yes, you are correct. The penalties can really pile up, especially at a track like this where track limits are I mean, they're heavily enforced everywhere, but you can run wide here and not be penalized by a wall or gravel. So
I would say I'm a great screen driver. I would say that backseat driver, and wondering why do these guys drive off the road so often. I dare you to pick up your controller and see if you can keep it on the road, because I definitely could not.
yeah, it's difficult, that's for sure. We're on board now with NLC. He is 3/10 back from G Shiesty, and looking to get that Williams up into. He's already in the top 5, but can he get a podium before the end of this race?
Now, are these cars all equal power, or is the field based on real life abilities?
No, this is all equal. All the cars are equal pace, so there's no advantage to having a Red Bull.
Good deal. Unless you drink the Red Bull before the race, then your heart's going to be racing.
Could be. Could very well be. We are under a safety car here. Looks like Leisig, our previous championship champion, is DNF here in the sprint race. Definitely not the sprint race he was looking to have, and that's interesting. I wonder what happened with Guzman. You know, Pro, you probably know Guzman. Last season, he changed his name. So last season, he was Leisig.
Okay,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
Definitely a fan favorite.
Definitely a fan favorite.
Here's your safety car that will help out those on the soft tires. The question is, will the safety car let us get back to racing before the end of this race?
Yet we shouldn't. It looks like 10th back, all pit for fresh softs. So they're probably going to look to make some moves on some of these medium tire runners. We could see quite a bit of passing here once the safety car gets, or once we get the race restarted.
I'm surprised we didn't see more of the front runners jump in there, but maybe that safety car came out after they passed the start finish.
I think Barney is say. I think I would say probably with only, if we're going to get a lap to go, right? If we take Christian Horner's theory and we say you only need one racing lap, I would say 1, 2, 3 could possibly be safe from Z-Milk, but Z-Milk could jump up into that. He could steal a podium place on fresh softs going around. It's a long lap.
Yes, it is very long.
The longest lap on the calendar, actually.
Disappointed we didn't see any rain yet so far, but if one of these top 3 fall out, we might see some waterworks from them.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any in the sprint, but I definitely wouldn't count it out for the Grand Prix.
Yeah. So what's the most challenging part of the safety car? I do remember last year we saw one driver decide to weave his way right into the wall. I don't remember who that was, but I will never forget that moment.
You know, that really only adds to the realism because we've seen that in real F1 as well. Grosjean in Monaco or Azerbaijan, one of the two, back in 2017, I think it was. Anyway.
It just proves that show how mentally strong these drivers can be, and driving around this track at a slower speed, all you want to do is go fast.
Yeah. Well, and you asked what's the hardest thing to do during a safety car, and it's keep the tire temps up. And that's what all that weaving is all about, is trying to keep temperature in the tires, especially as these tires get older. They lose tread, and you're generating heat really from the inside with these F1 cars. A lot of the heat is generated in the brakes, and then the brakes radiate the heat through the rubber in the tires. So as you lose tread, more heat escapes out of the tires, and you have this just this effect that keeps getting worse and worse, right? You can't get heat into the tires because you've lost tread, and you're weaving, so you're losing more tread, and then you're losing more heat, and it's just this terrible cycle, right? So that is probably one of the hardest things to do under the safety car, other than not run into the person in front of you.
I would say after this broadcasting, I think you have a chance in scientist. I mean, that was a great breakdown on how to keep a tire warm. I didn't think about the brakes. That's a great explanation. I've never thought about
Yeah,
that.
and most people don't because on a passenger car the brakes reach I don't know a couple hundred degrees. On an F1 car you're talking about like almost 1,000 degrees, and so that heat's got to go somewhere. And they've actually it's smart that they use that to heat the tires. So
Well, I tell you, a good way to generate heat on your brakes is to drive down a hill from the hills in Tennessee and throw your car into neutral and try to keep your brakes from getting too hot. Quickly learn to put your car into first gear will keep your car slowing down.
here
So,
we go. And I think Pro, you may have forecasted the future here. We've got DRL, who is DNF.
oh no.
There under the safety car, and we are getting ready to go green again here. We're going to go live from Z-Milk. We've got 1 lap to go. He's on the fresh soft, so we're going to see how far up he can get in this lap.
Well, he's already taken out 1 there. Is that Anyote? He's down 1 on there already, so very impressive.
We've got some battles up front as too. We got to take a look at down the Kimmel straight. We've got SP making a move on curveball.
Ooh.
He's going to get him into the braking zone. It looks like no.
Oh!
They lock tires as they head through. Oh my gosh, Lacombe. This track provides for some really good racing.
I can't believe they held on to that. That's amazing.
So SP retaining third. Well, no, he moves into third. Curveball taking over that top position. He's got his sights set on Barney. We're going to move back Z-Milk already up into 6 on the back of Bonget.
That's 3 positions just from the start of the back to that green racing.
And he's got about a half a lap to see what kind of impact he can have towards the end.
Oh, around the outside?
And the outside turns into the inside, going through, and he's
back on the out. Oh, what
into
a pass.
Stavelot 1. That's a great move, and through.
Great job, Zeno.
Looked like Bonget lost it going into Stavelot 2 there.
He did. Oh, and Bonget is falling all the way. He is in 12th. That's too bad.
Yeah, I think that alternate line that he had to use passing Bonget going through Stavelot 2 didn't allow him to really take advantage of this long straightaway into the bus stop. So that's a good showing from Z-Milk, but we're going to look up to the front at Barney, taking the sprint win with curveball right behind, and SP rounding out the podium. Z-Milk making a pass at the line there. I'm not sure if it was a time penalty, but up to 4th, and Urban in 5th for the sprint race. Feeney in 6th, Shiesty in 7th, and Pontiac Bandit claiming that last point tonight in the sprint race. Wow, that was some excellent racing on the last
That's crazy. What a call. Switching over those sauce from Z-Milk. Yes, I would definitely agree with the driver of the day. 100%.
Driver of the day in the sprint, Z-Milk. Oh my gosh. So we got we got a bunch of people in the chat tonight. Normally it's you, Pro, but Koma Kopa from Pro Tier in here. Appreciate you coming. He is on. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I saw he is somewhere with sand and palm trees. So I'm very jealous. But he's tuning in from wherever he's at. So appreciate you, Koma Kopa. Johnny Damon, a fast guy in the Pro Tier. DRL. Yeah, DRL's on there. Okay.
Oh, welcome. Hope you get to enjoy your vacation.
So there you go, folks.
Great job from Barney on that, getting those 8 points. That'll jump him easily up into, it looks like maybe almost the top 10, depending on.
Yeah, and he's retained his pole position for the Grand Prix as well. So he's set up to maximize his points in the Grand Prix and possibly take even more home tonight.
That's a great point. Absolutely.
These redemption formats, I love them because it not only does it shake up the grid, but it also shakes up the championship too, because you get guys who maybe have had a rough go at the start of the season who are quick, but just needed a little influx, right, to get back into the fight up at the top of the championship. So I love this format. And this CCRL does a really good job at designing some of these formats throughout the season to really maximize some of the tracks too. So hats off to the admin. This is great.
Hey, hats off to you, Trackside. You and Dresden both put on an excellent show week to week. By far one of the more entertaining Twitches to watch when it comes to racing. It's going to hold me over for the next 4 weeks as we wait for real F1 to get back into play.
Well, appreciate that, Pro. Yeah, we do our best, and I think we both Drez and I are very passionate F1 fans, and I think that comes through when we're broadcasting because especially this year, right? Because every race is a dud. Like we know going in, Max is going to win everything. So it's like I fell asleep on Sunday watching this actual race, and like if there was action like this, I'd be jumping off my couch. So.
I would say I didn't fall asleep either. No, I did. I definitely fell asleep for a couple laps there at the end.
Yeah.
Especially after watching my boy Danny Ricciardo, unfortunately, not do anything again. So I'm hoping he gets back behind the wheel and actually does something behind the wheel. So, but
I'm a big D-Rick fan. I like him. We'll see. My hopes aren't high, but obviously Red Bull saw something that made them want to sack Nick DeVries in the middle of the season. So we'll see.
Well, I was surprised just to see how many other fans there are of Dan Ricciardo. So I think that's just a great move in general, just from a PR perspective, to pick him up and give him a second chance. So
it's a no-brainer from PR.
Yeah, and it's great to see the McLaren. The McLaren's just pretty much say, screw the first half of the season. We'll come back in the second half and just see how that's played out for them. What an amazing move from a management perspective to make that call.
Yeah, and seeing Oscar kind of find his groove too. I'm thinking he's probably glad he did not stay in that Alpine seat for this year.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah,
they had a rough go at Spa, though. I was kind of surprised. I thought they might be, and that's Lando's track. I mean, I was a little surprised, but maybe that's the thing about this current format of F1 too, is that each team kind of has their tracks, right? So I feel like even though the races aren't balanced as much, like the calendar is a little bit more balanced in that some cars, like the Williams especially, watching Albon pass those guys this weekend, that was awesome. So
it's great how they've really focused on that straight line speed, and it's made them competitive at all the straight line tracks. So that when you're going in, hey, Williams is not going to be competitive this week, but you never know when they find those straight line speeds that they can really do some damage. So I'm glad to see Albon get some love too after the way that Red Bull just pushed him aside after 1 year. Unfortunately,
just kind of threw him out.
Yeah, but every team is unique. So Red Bull, you definitely go in them. You're gonna get a good car. You're gonna get a fast team, and they're gonna demand a lot out of you. So. Maybe not as loyal as some of these other teams that are out there. So,
all right, I'm getting some info from the Johnny Damon in the chat. He says it's going to be dry all the way, so we'll have a dry race. Pro, I know you were looking forward to some wet, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to come.
Well, I know there's a joke in there somewhere. I know some mothers of this race mothers of these racers watch, so I'll.
Oh, yeah. Shiesty's mom normally in here. So it's going to be dry tonight. No need for depends. It seems like we're gonna be dry all night. It looks like Urban in the chat too as well. Looks like they're getting ready to ready up. So we'll be racing soon. No formation lap because we still Codemasters has not fixed the issue with the formation lap. There's some kind of glitch. So here we go. Lights are on here at Spa. Lights are off, and we are off. And it's everyone jumping all over the place. Barney covering off Z-Milk into turn one. Z-Milk going,
oh no!
Barney awfully wide. Lots of scrambling further back.
That must be a first position ritual for tonight. If you start on the pole, you drive off the track.
And it may be a kind of a defensive move not to get touched from behind.
Oh,
But
that's not bad.
Z-Milk already jumped up in front of SP, and now he's looking to send it down on Barney as we head into Lacombe. No, he's a little bit too
Oh, we
far back.
pulled a virtual safety car right out of our hat. Oh, oh no, and what's that?
Some calamity
that-
going on behind
Is
Z-Milk.
that SP right into the back of everybody? Oh my goodness.
I didn't see it. Doesn't look like there's any damage. So I'm wondering if it was just kind of a glitch.
Let's go with the glitch.
Yeah, I'm
The
going with the
advantages
glitch.
The advantages of virtual racing.
So VSC, I don't see anyone. We still have 20 racers. I wonder what that was all about. Very interesting. Okay, so there is your AWS powered race strategies. We'll take a look. Soft to medium, I believe.
And we're
is the
back to
fastest.
green racing there.
There we go. That was interesting. So we're almost half and half. Only one.
Oh my.
One driver on the hards. That's Angry Walrus. But softs in the midfield and mediums top and bottom looks like.
And Z-Milk, you know, pulling on those softs at the end of the race, decides to start on medium. So
Yeah, I think
I think he's setting it.
Yeah, I think he's
setting
going to
himself
go
up.
medium to soft, run the softs at the end of the race.
I think that's a good call.
I agree. And he's got pace. He's keeping up on those mediums with Barney. Only 2.5 tenths behind. I think he's going to get a good run here out of turn 2 up into Radeon and Eau Rouge. We'll see if he can try. I bet he's going to send it again here down at the end of the Kemmel Straight.
That is such a scary straight turn right there. How it goes up the hill and takes an S. Like, you just never know, like, what's up there waiting for me. I think for me, in my mind wandering, I'd probably expect a deer to be up there. These areas.
Z-Milk getting the pass done just before the braking zone of
Ooh.
Lacombe.
Beautiful pass.
And we've got another VSC. This time I do see a stranded Alpha
Looks
Tauri.
Reimer is also falling.
Agnote, stuck out of Eau Rouge. And that car is moving again.
And Bonga is very much behind as well. Looks like he may have stopped for tires, possibly. Maybe a pit stop because he's now on the hards.
Yeah, those
0 laps.
cars, yeah, 0 laps. So that's very indicative of a pit stop.
That's a very bold move, getting an early pit stop, though he won't have to pit again.
Especially you're saving half the time you would lose under the VSC. So
Yes.
if they can, yeah, if you can get those hards fired up and can maintain good pace on those, then yeah, that could be a. We typically here on the stream call that the Reimer strategy. We've seen that from him many times before, and he can get it to work. We're back green flag racing. Looking at NLC very close on the back of that Haas. He's currently ghosted, which is strange. So I'm wondering if he has discode possibly. Starting
That'd
to
be
fall back.
disappointing.
Back to 13th, DRL and Angry Walrus teammates, but very close. And DRL, oh no. What's NLC? Okay. I got a message from NLC. He said lobby crashed, but I think maybe he is the only one that crashed. So everything
no.
else looks to be going fairly well here.
Well, hopefully he can reconnect and get right back in here. Being a PlayStation guy, I would say NLC you might want to buy the $500 PlayStation and ditch the $3,000 PC. Just assuming, being a PlayStation guy myself, so I'm not partial or anything.
Yeah, I know some of these guys have some crazy builds, but yeah, sometimes we do have crossplay issues. But now a full
We have a
safety
car, and it looks like Hemphead.
Hemphead out of the session now. We'll see. We'll take a ride with Bonget as he comes around. I don't see that that Williams stopped anywhere on track.
Well, it looks like that move by Bonget and potentially Agnote stopping for early pits that might pay off here.
Yeah, it very well could. A full safety car, so we will definitely see some pit stops, I would think, from some of these guys at the front.
Now, I think if it was me and I was Barney, I'd probably stay out here. Just I've only got 3 laps on my tires, but it really depends on what curveball and really what Z-Milk does. Oh, well, I say that and look who goes into this.
Yep, so Curveball opting to stay out. We've got Z-Milk and Barney currently in the pits, as well as, I thought I saw a Mercedes coming in. No, quite a few people staying out. Oh, wow, DRL in.
Now, does Z-Milk go to the hard tire here?
Let's take a look and see where these guys, yes, yep. And so
going for the long strategy here.
Yeah, and with the safety car being so early, we don't really have any good tire data except for what we got in the sprint. I'm thinking that those softs probably were going to go to 9 laps. So if we kind of, a medium is probably going to go 16, 17. A hard could go the rest of the way, I think.
So unfortunately for Baga and Anyote, they got undercut with that safety car and did not get to gain anything, unfortunately.
No, but they're going to get a lot of time back that they have lost pitting.
Yes,
so they're going to get to come back up to the back of the field. Now I'm wondering, Angry Walrus, he's on hard tires, 3 laps on those hard tires. Did he start on those?
He did. He did start on those hard tires trackside.
So this is hurting his strategy a little bit.
Baga with a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, maybe exceeding track limits.
Yeah, and that's one thing that will really get you on a safety car because you're out of your zone, right? It's a lot of muscle memory this game, and once you're under a safety car, you've got a lot of flexibility, and it's real easy just to jump off track for a second.
Oh yeah, and that mental part of not driving fast and being out of that norm, you can tend to wander.
Oh yeah, yep. All right,
or if you have kids.
Or if you have kids, definitely if you have kids.
Smack your controller out of your hand, and before you know it, you're in the wall.
So I guess we'll take this time right now. We didn't do it at the beginning of the show, but we'll give a shout out to Dresden. He is he's working hard delivering your guys' packages. So we miss him. We appreciate Pros stepping in tonight and filling his shoes. But he should be back next week. So wish him the best. I know everyone. Man, a lot of people come here for Dres, Pro.
Oh yeah. He's doing God's work out there. He does God's work here on the stream.
That's true, yeah. He brings the goods.
Yeah, he is the OG. I remember watching some of his original videos on YouTube, so kudos to him and really just being dedicated to CCRL and what they've been growing here. You and him both have been really growing it, so good luck to both of you guys as you continue on. But again, thank you for having me tonight, and just hope I can help out whenever you guys need it.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you being on. And, I went back to look at some of Dresden's old F1 that he had recorded and some of the old races. And they're not on there anymore. He's got a new game he's playing called, what is that? Something wall. You dig into a wall and find all these different things. It's pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. YouTube at Dresden Cast. I'm kind of a nerd, so I enjoyed it, but the way it's like he's telling a story when it's perfect Dres, right? So he's playing this game, but he's telling the story too. It's awesome. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, you got to go check it out.
What's his name here? Dresden?
Yeah, if you go to YouTube and type in Dresden Cast, CAST, it should come up. All right, so here we go, lap 5. We're still under the safety car. Leader is Curveball, followed by Feeney, SP rounding out the top 3 right now. Urban in 4th. Urban up to 4th. That's a good. He's still on those softs. He will need to come in. Shashir in 5th, Shiesty in 6th, NLC in 7th. Has he made his way back into the lobby yet? No, he has not. John the Prince in 8th. Walrus has fought his way up to 9th. And actually, this is a good time. We're getting ready to go green, but let's quickly take a look at position changes. Look at that. Guzman and Rujoff up 9 positions. Walrus up 7. John the Prince and NLC up 5. Shashir at 4. And Feeney at 4. So those guys all making great progress tonight.
And Barney has lost 12 spots. That's rough. I know he pitted, but still. That's a big
that's
drop.
true. And that's taking it, this is skewed data, right? Because we've only got half the field in for a pit right now, but could make a big difference here as we get going back to green flag racing. Curveball taking them around the bus stop. Pretty tight as we come through. We're going to go back 6 and take a ride with Shiesty as he is coming up on Shashir, who's also ghosted.
And it looks like Feeney, even though he had that mistake, they're running, taking his wing off in the sprint race. He's running second place, so that's good to see.
Yep.
I guess there's a reason why he's leaving. Oh, he's not leaving. Sorry, he's third. It's that mustache. Threw me off. I just thought he was first. It's so spectacular. Barney with a 3-second penalty, unfortunately. Multiple warnings.
Yeah, we've got we're 6 laps in now. Only 2 drivers with penalties, so the field keeping it very clean tonight, and that's good to see. We've just this week, actually today, new rules came out in the league with a new super license point system. I think it's going to be very good for the league. So it's not a reward system, but it is a penalty system for basically aggressive driving is what it boils down to. But I think it's been very well developed. It's been very well implemented. So hats off to the admin for getting that in. And so far tonight, we don't need any of it. So
that's good.
Hopefully it's
I would say I'm more partial to a little bump and grind, but F1 cars are not really up for that. So,
Jumped on board with Urban here, riding around in 4th. He's only a 10th and a half behind SP, and we've got another safety car. John the Prince out in just after Paul Frere. They're top 16.
We got Curveball and Feeney jumping into the pits here. It looks like SP decided to stay out, and the rest of the field is coming in, at least for those who had not did that first hit. Zeno's staying out. So
some of these soft tire runners, knowing that they're getting towards the end of those tires' life.
Look at that perfect form. It's almost like it's on autopilot.
Yeah, there's quite a bit to do now in the pits in F123. So you actually have to, click a button as you're coming down the pit lane to enter your pit box, and depending on when you hit that button, depends on how quick your pit stop is. And then you also have your pit release as well. So a little bit going into it, but
that's cool.
For the
most
part,
really cool.
It's pretty mundane. But yeah, I mean, it adds a little bit more to it, right? Like, and I'm sure as the game grows, and hopefully next year with a new engine for this game, we'll actually see maybe a little bit more of actually going. I would love to see driving down pit lane, maintaining that speed pit limiter, and actually having to pull into your box. That would be really cool.
That sounds terrible. I definitely like some of the simulation of racing. If it's too real, then you might as well pay me $10 million a year to race.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
Some of us would do it for free, but
that's true. 100%. But then if everybody would do it for free, then we have lots more drivers in F1.
Hey, we may have better drivers in
F1. Yeah, maybe we get Verstappen to go do something else for free. Don't you get bored? I mean, at least for me, if I was that successful, wouldn't you get bored of winning every race and try something else?
Absolutely.
No?
I would not.
No.
I would love winning every single race. Because at this point, you're a big fish in a little pond, you know.
Oh, that's true. Yes. Maybe I'm looking at it as a little fish in a big pond. I don't know. I think once I've reached enough success at something and I've proven I can be successful at it, I want to try to be successful at something else instead of constantly doing the same thing.
Man, I don't know. If I had a good thing going, I don't think I'd want to change it.
Okay. To each their own, I guess. Well, hey, look at this. SP making the bold move to stay out with 6 laps on the mediums.
Yeah, he's got. He pitted for those, or those are the tires he started on actually.
Yes.
And I would think he should be able to double the tire life that he's currently got on those. So I'm thinking he's still banking on the medium to soft strategy.
That'll be interesting to see if he can hold off these newer hards. I know hards take longer to break in, I guess, for lack of a better term. Is that right? To break them in?
The
Don't
tires?
break in hards. They just aren't as fast. Is that right?
Yeah. So you want to be easy on them to start, right? So every tire is different, and you know, between the manufacturers, and so it's always a constant learning process because each year they're bringing a newer, you know, supposedly better tire to the competition. So like this year or last year, for example, the tires were very susceptible to being damaged if they were used very aggressively in the opening laps of a stint. So you would see drivers taking it easy, getting a little heat into the tires before they absolutely start to hammer in laps. And beyond that, each car uses the tires differently too, right? Like last year, Mercedes was very easy on its tires. So it would take a Mercedes car 4 or 5 laps to really start getting heated to the tires, where Ferrari was doing it like beginning of lap 1, right? Their qualifying pace was amazing because they were firing up their tires like immediately, but they had no race pace because eventually they were getting too much energy into the tires and they were degrading. But
okay.
yeah,
Well,
I
know one speed. I know one speed, and that's fast. I don't care about how long my tires go. When the tires wear out, it's time to come to the pits.
There is definitely some of that in this game, and I think one of the better guys I've seen manage tires is definitely Reimer. Like he knows. For me, I can't. I just have to drive one speed. Like I just have to drive fast, right? And I make up for that by getting new tires at pit stops. So my pace sometimes isn't great depending on the track if I have to pit more times than the other guys, but I'm not good at managing tires. But there are guys on this grid who are very good at that.
Well, this is we're finally back green here.
Yep, SP going to lead us away as we begin lap 9. He's on the medium tire, Z-Milk behind on the hard. So we'll see. This could still be quite a battle here at the front.
I'm still keeping my eye on Heaney here, coming from last place, 6th now still. After all those pit stops, so I definitely have my eye on him to see what he decides to do here.
Very close. He's very close behind the AlphaTauri of Owa. Here, just a couple tenths and really getting a great exit.
Beautiful. Now see if you can finish it off. You're going into turn. We'll just call it 25 because I'm terrible at keeping up with the turn names.
Yes, Feeney getting the pass done, and additionally DRL getting the pass in on.
And we have another caution.
Okay, it's just a caution.
Disqualified from the session Barney for going the wrong direction.
Yeah, he might have gotten spun around. Wow. So if you guys are out there and you have a replay of that, send it over and we'll make sure the world sees it.
Man, that reminds me back in the day. You know, remember the nights that we used to stay up playing NASCAR?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that the other day.
After we got bored, we're like, you know what, let's just drive the other way. And the announcer was like, "You're going the wrong way. What is this idiot doing?" And we go and crash so hard. How much of a crash could you get going?
Yeah.
Turn into a mud derby or whatever.
All-nighters, doing like a whole
Crash.
season in a night.
Oh my gosh, yes. Back when we were young. Now worrying about my blood pressure and make sure to wake up early, go to work.
Times sure do change.
Ought to be kidding.
Tell you what else is about to change. We've got quite a few battles here, 5, 6, and 7, and Reimer is starting to get into the mix here as he is getting very close to the back of Owa. Reimer in 7th. He's got a great exit out of turn 2. He's going to get in the wheel tracks of Owa as they climb up Erosion out of Radion. But I don't know if he's going to have the pace. He's actually getting attacked from behind by Pontiac Bandit.
Oh, this is quite the battle. Oh, we got 3 cars to it. Oh, no!
Reimer a little late on the brakes, taps Owa, and then gets hammered from behind.
It's a 4-way battle. Oh, my goodness.
Things are really starting to spice up here. Reimer, our current championship leader here now, battling it out in 7th. We're going to jump back up to the front because we've got Z-Milk and SP going side by side through Puhan all the way down into campus now. And it looks like Z-Milk going to secure the position as they head through Stavelot 1 and 2. Feeney jumping in right behind Z-Milk now. Now, Feeney showed up tonight.
He did. He must have rubbed that mustache for good luck. Feeney, it's nothing to you, brother. I got my mustache. I'm going back out again. I cut it off this summer.
You had a dirty one going for a while.
I had a nice one going. I got lots of compliments at drill. So after AT knows, is ready for those who don't know, you guys know because I've never been here before, but I'm in the military and I like to grow a mustache during training. I had a nice thick one. And after I got home, I was ready to cut it off. So that's what I did. Angry Wallace looks like the fastest lap.
Z-Milk getting a little squirrely as he came over the hill, and now Feeney going to be able to take advantage of that as they go into Lacombe's. He's got the pass done.
And it looks like SP's just fallen out of that DRS range to keep up with front two, unfortunately.
Yeah, and he's got curveball and DRL like lions on the chase here as DRL sends one in on curveball on the inside. They're getting ready to go through Bruxelles here.
And SP's just like, keep fighting, guys. Just keep fighting.
Oh, yeah, he's loving this, but DRL is going to make his way through, and now he's set his sights on SP.
It looks like curveball maybe gave up just a little bit on that turn and let him go through. Oh, sideways! Oh, no!
Oh, my gosh, I don't know how curveball avoided that, but that was amazing driving by curveball. DRL just getting loose as he came through the exit of Puhan there.
Great job on him to keep it out of the wall, though.
Yeah.
That's that speed sign. I don't know. It's seen better days.
Great job by both drivers there to salvage the situation.
Absolutely.
We're going to go back to Owa. He is behind Leisig and making up time. They're coming through the bus stop, and he will get DRS down the start-finish straightaway here. Into, I don't think he's going to be close enough to get the pass into the source.
Now, that bus stop, are they allowed to pick up passengers, or is it just a drive-through?
It's just a drive-through. Yeah, no passengers. That's extra drag.
Sorry, this is a really bad joke.
You'll get those. You'll get those.
My goodness.
So NLC looks like he's back in action. He is not ghosted anymore. He's got DRS trailing Reimer. Reimer up into 5th on those hard tires and chasing curveball. Both of them now within DRS. And we've actually got a really good train forming all the way from 3rd back to now Guzman.
As everyone will learn to appreciate me for, I just wanted to know, Urban got a 3-second penalty here, so I am the penalty police. Looks like track limits. So another 3-second penalty on the board. Man, they are racing close tonight, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any more close calls. We've only seen like one or two. But they're racing really well tonight, trackside.
Yeah,
I'm
few
easy
close
right
calls.
here. Wow.
And I think most of our retirements are due just to driver error. Now, obviously, I haven't seen those, so I can't say for sure, but just the places in the track where I've seen those, it's kind of indicative to...
You want to push up curl bar here real quick? Looks like he's battling a little bit with SP again.
Yeah, I was just keeping an eye on that. It's so close. And now NLC,
Man.
there we go. Oh, through the bus stop, they're trading positions. Reimer and NLC. It's going to be a drag race down to La Source, and it looks like NLC getting the power down. He's going to send one at no. Very close to curveball as they come through La Source. He's going to tuck in and see if he can get a pass done down to Kimmel Straight.
I wish we had like a blimp shot or a helicopter view of these 5 racing here. They are just doing an excellent job maneuvering around each other and not putting it into the wall or bumping each other.
I'm not sure what the algorithm is sometimes. And here we go on Reimer. Reimer, nope, showing himself, but not close enough to get a send in on Guzman. He ran out of, had the letter, had it in the envelope, but ran out of postage. Sometimes we do get like a helicopter shot, and I don't know, what the rhyme or reason is, how often we get those. But I love those shots. One of my favorites, especially here with all the elevation change, the twists and turns. It's such a cool shot.
It'd be great to watch these 3 or 4 battles too. So Feeney's opened up a 2.5 second lead over Zeno now. Kind of starting to have the Max Verstappen domination going on.
So up at the front, lap 13, Feeney leading, but he's putting time on Z-Milk. He's got 2.5 seconds to the good on Z-Milk, and those two really kind of running away at the front. The next closest guy in third right now is NLC. He is 5.5 seconds behind Z-Milk. On those medium tires, so he should be able to make up a little bit of that pace, but there is so much fighting going on back here, as you'll see. Oh, and we've got curveball drops.
It's okay.
But between Guzman and Reimer, a lot of battling going on back here. Yeah, Pro.
Now, I was just going to say, Guzman here with a soft tire with 7 laps, and it looks like everybody's been pretty much dipping off those soft tires around lap 8 or 9 on those, so curious to see what he does here.
Yeah, he will have put those on around lap 7, so a little bit less fuel in the car, but yeah, he's probably not going to get any more than 10 laps. So a 2-stopper from Guzman as he makes his way past NLC.
Was NLC just like sleeping there? Because he just like, gone.
I should see his exit from Eau Rouge, but sometimes the DRS is very powerful there.
Man. Boosters? Well, I guess they do have the battery, right? The battery boost.
And he may have used some of that there to get the pass done. Both Mercedes, 5 and 6 right now. Urban and Reimer sticking very close to one another.
Now, do we count points for teams at all? Is there teams here, or is it just the car?
Yeah, we do. We'll bring up. We'll bring up our live shot here with our standings on the left-hand side. We've got driver standings and constructor standings. Mercedes in the lead right now with 82 points. They've got a pretty hefty lead over Ferrari in second, and then Aston Martin in third right now.
Kudos to CCRL. That's great that they actually did the teammates thing. That's a great little extra aspect I think about too.
Yeah,
Anyo Teo with a 3-second penalty. Yeah, that's great.
Sometimes I've seen some teammate workings over the seasons here, it doesn't happen often, right? Because these guys aren't competing for anything. There's no team benefit to leading other than bragging rights, but sometimes you'll see it.
Well, if you know me, which you do, bragging rights I like, so I definitely would. I definitely would go for the teammate aspect here. Do you have driver's orders? Do you think here as Urban trying to get around Reimer with Urban with fewer laps on the tires?
Yeah, Urban with the fresher tires for sure. And he may end up winning out this battle. We'll see. He's done a very good job sticking close to Reimer. He just needs a little bit of help. He was within a tenth there at the end of that Kemmel Straight. So we'll see if he can stick closer through this lap. This is probably one of the closer battles. Actually, we're going to go back to Rujoff and Ingrid Walrus. This is going to be a good battle.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Bonget may have just hit it, picked up some soft tires.
He did.
So I'm curious to see how much speed he picks up here. This is awkward silence here. Like, should I say something?
Well, it wasn't awkward until you made it awkward, Pro.
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta make things awkward to make other people feel awkward, so that you don't feel awkward.
Okay, so you were right. We got Guzman in the pits right now. He's going to get off of those softs, and I would be surprised if anything but mediums go on.
I think that's a great call, especially since
another set of softs.
Oh, wow.
So he's going to go medium, soft, soft. And that could be, we've got 6 laps to go. That could be a very good strategy.
I agree. I think that's a great call.
Going to go back up to Urban. Reimer just ahead as they exit onto the Kemmel Straight. But Urban on the inside. Oh, and he just has to back out. I think Reimer is running so little wing that Urban is able to keep up through sectors 2 and 3, but towards the end of that Kemmel Straight, he's just got too much wing to get the pass done.
Yeah. It looks like I think Urban had the fresher tires too, so I think that pass finally happened earlier while we were watching that battle.
You're right, because Urban was behind Reimer.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if he can skirt away here through 2 and 3.
Do you think Reimer takes the pit here and jumps in for some soft tires? I wonder. I'd be curious to see if that's in the strategy.
Man, I'd be surprised. It'd
be a bold move. I haven't seen Bonget really. I don't think Bonget's really moving up. He's the first one to dip in on the softs. He's got a 3-second differential here. He's closing in.
Yeah, so Urban with a 3-second penalty and then NLC with a 5-second penalty. So if these Mercedes drivers can work together a little bit to make some ground up, they could both be, fighting for that last podium spot.
That's a good call. Yes.
And Z-Milk in, fitting the
interesting.
soft tire going on that Ferrari.
We have a couple more pitting behind them, too.
Yeah, lots of pits coming here late with 5 laps to go. We're on lap 17 of 22. Feeney out in front on the hard tires. He's had those on for a little while now. NLC behind 6 seconds, though, the gap between Feeney and NLC. And then in Urban, we've got Urban 3.9 behind NLC, closely battling with Reimer, and Z-Milk just pitting for the softs and just beating Leisig out of the pits. Leisig only 1.7 out, so he made up quite a bit of ground on trying to get the undercut done on Z-Milk there.
Yep, with Z-Milk going in, it's going to force Reimer's hand to go into the pits. Bonget just set the fastest lap on those soft tires he picked up 2 laps ago. So I think Reimer, and Reimer would definitely, I would definitely say he's going to have to pit here if he's going to want to try to keep that fight for the podium. Feeney, I don't know. 12 seconds.
So Guzman really getting
12 seconds.
Yeah. So Guzman getting the party started here with that initial pit stop, and then everyone else is just going to have to react, or really find some pace on those aging tires they're on.
This is Feeney's into the pits now.
Oh, wow.
Feeling the pressure.
On those old hards, and he's got a little bit of time, I think, to get this pit stop done. The leaders just now, or the net leaders, that is, coming through the box now.
Extra long pit stop there.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Guzman saying the fastest. Now, it could have been a glitch. I know you were talking about glitches earlier. Hopefully that's all that was that we saw.
So now we've got NLC taking the lead of this race, lap 18 of 22. He's on the mediums, and those are aging for mediums, 11 laps on those tires. Followed by Urban and Reimer. Still, Z-Milk chasing on fresh softs, same as El Guzman. Those two guys looking to capitalize on a two-stop strategy today and take what would be the first win for either one of those two this season. Those were our championship protagonists last season. Guzman and Z-Milk fighting tooth and nail to the last race for the and eventually reigning champion in El Guzman.
NLC's got that 5-second penalty and Urban with 3. So really, Reimer's potentially what first place here looks like? Just out of first place if it would end right now?
Just outside. Yeah, he's got to find a little bit of time to get inside those windows.
Yep. I think Reimer really made a mistake here not hitting 2 laps ago. Now that Z-Milk is on the soft, he is just closing the gap.
Look at this. Z-Milk already 2 tenths behind. He's going to get the pass done down here through Blanchimont. Maybe no. He might make a move into the bus stop. Very close.
He just looks like a completely different level on those soft tires.
Yeah, it's like a completely different league we're looking at here. He's got DRS.
DRS
so does Reimer. Reimer defending with DRS as they head into La Source.
Ooh. Z-Milk got to pull it just a little bit. And looks like he might get that pass going into this. What is this crazy ass turn up the hill?
Eau Rouge.
Eau Rouge.
And Radion. It's actually 3 turns there, 3, 4, and 5. Two of them named corners. Probably the most famous corner of any F1 track.
Oh, I love this shot right here. Oh.
Wow. So now the heat comes from behind for Z-Milk as Guzman's closed up that 1.7 second gap and is now 2 tenths behind Z-Milk. Z-Milk giving Reimer every push and shove through to try and get through.
Reimer just showing why he's the leader in this championship right now. Just his skills keeping him behind. That is incredible.
Defending like a daggone knight right now. Excellent job from Reimer. This defense is stout. That is for sure. Z-Milk is probably getting very frustrated on those fresh tires. Guzman moves to the inside, and Z-Milk. Is he going to take it around the outside? No, the door closes. He's going to get a great run here because Z-Milk was offline.
Oh. And they're still side by side. Oh, and he finally catches him.
Z-Milk moves behind Guzman as he takes the position. Is Guzman going to make a move going into the bus stop? He's very close.
I think if it was me right now, I would definitely just chill for a minute here, let my battery recharge, and wait to make a move here with just that last lap to go.
So here we go. We are lap 20 of 22. NLC in the lead. He is loving this battle behind. But if Guzman and Z-Milk can make their way past these Mercedes, which Guzman making a move to the inside has gotten past Reimer. He's got one more Mercedes to go up the road in Urban. Can they get past and make up enough time to challenge for the lead of this race? Reimer should get DRS here. He doesn't. He's passed Z-Milk with DRS as well. He's going to get past Guzman. They're going to be fighting as they head into Le Combs. And Z-Milk on the inside. Oh, and Guzman taps the back of the Mercedes. Unbelievable.
Wow. Who is this blue car? Where did he come? Is this a lap car?
Alpine.
Oh, no.
Oh, he got right into the side of our current championship leader and just forced him right off. Oh, man, heartbreak for Reimer. Z-Milk now cruising up behind. He's got one more Mercedes to clear in Urban to make his way up to the front. And Urban, he's going to let him through. I think he knows he's got those aging hard tires. He's going to try and salvage a podium here if he can from Feeney, who is quickly approaching behind.
Oh, there's Feeney, the little dark horse again. Somehow he always comes back up. Like he just always seems to be right there. And I think Feeney was a little bit involved with that right when who was that Reimer got bumped out. Feeney just kind of snuck his way into that fight at the last minute. Looks like Feeney's going around him right now.
Yeah, Feeney making a move to the inside of Urban there. Both still in DRS zones to one another. Urban in DRS to Z-Milk, but this is going to be a battle all the way down. SP, where did he go? No, Feeney, I mean, he's ran off the track, it looks like. Now falling half second behind Urban.
Oh, man. And Guzman just picked up a 5-second penalty. We have a caution, looks like SP, aboard DNF here, sectors 1 and 3.
Oh, man.
I see his car stopped right there by the start-finish line.
Yeah, it looked so good. It looked like he was on for a great result, especially after that sprint race. Man. So Z-Milk currently, we are at lap 21 of 22. NLC at the front. Z-Milk chasing on fresher tires. NLC with a 5-second penalty. So Z-Milk is 0.3 out of the net lead currently. Urban behind him in a close battle with
Looks like Feeney finally gets around him. Great defense there by Urban for the longest time to keep him behind.
And
Looks like
Urban's
Curveball
defending as Curveball is approaching rapidly behind.
I think Urban's tires are starting to go.
There
they go. Right into the wall. Sorry, brother.
Pro, welcome to your welcome to your first commentator's curse.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, sir. And Feeney with a 3-second penalty. So that he didn't do himself any favors. So Z-Milk just snuck up into first place. Net first place.
That's flirting right now. He's just inside. We'll see if he can make up any more time this lap. Close
This is the
battles,
last one, huh?
field. We've got Reimer on the back of Rujoff. I'm assuming he was just passed by Rujoff. That Mercedes struggling for pace, as we saw with Urban, as his tires are starting to fail.
Yeah, Curveball drops two positions here to Rujoff and Reimer.
Lots of, you can see just how bad the tires deg here, because the penalties are just starting to compile now as staying within track limits is coming harder and harder.
So we have a caution in sector 1.
Oh, here we go. Reimer on Rujoff. Reimer's got DRS. He's going to get the move done in plenty of time before they get down to Lacombe's. And Reimer should be able to hang on to that position as they finish the lap. Not a whole lot of overtaking spots throughout the rest of the lap.
Boy, the action has come fast and furious these last 3 or 4 laps. Has it not? Holy smokes.
Yeah, as all these tire strategies are starting to converge here in the last few laps, it's really made for an exciting end to the race. NLC up at the front right now. He's carrying a 5-second penalty, so he will cross the line first. But as long as Z-Milk keeps it steady, he will win this race. It'll be his first win for Season 3, our runner-up from last season. This man is, this may be the spark he needed to really get out and start to challenge Reimer for the championship.
And congratulations to NLC currently in 5th. That's for the sprint race. Looks like if he can hold off just even further, he can hold off Feeney. He can keep himself in a second place conversation.
So there we go. We see Z-Milk
will
take the win. NLC across the line first, but will come home second. Feeney getting the last spot on the podium. Reimer coming across in 4th. Rujoff in 5th. Angry Walrus promoted to 5th after Rujoff's penalty. Curveball coming across 7th. Owa in 8th. Urban rounding out 9, and then the last points paying position 2.
Oh, so close.
El Guzman just at the line trying to get that last position. And I am assuming that we're going to preface these are unofficial results. I'm sure there are some steward complaints to come with some of that action over the last few laps.
I'd like to issue the first complaint. I expect some rain. Where's the rain?
Oh, with the rain. Actually, we had quite a bit of rain, I feel like, at the start of this season. We have had some wet races.
Well, I tell you, tire strategy is all about the rain, and I think we saw some tire strategy here. So congratulations to all these drivers, man. That was an amazing race. Holy smokes.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
entertaining to watch.
It absolutely was.
Well, Trex, I appreciate you guys letting me jump in here and help commentate with you side by side tonight. Congratulations to the three on the podium tonight. That was a great race.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on. So there you are. There's your winner, Z Milk tonight. His first win here at Spa. He's gonna feel really good about this. I am sure. And like I said, this could be the spark he needs to really get his feet underneath him and start to challenge Reimer at the top. It's good points for Ferrari too in the constructors as well. So Feeney in second in the Alpine. That position could be up for grabs after if we see if any penalties are applied this race. He did come into contact with Reimer. Those two coming together in the closing laps, so we'll keep an eye on that through the week. NLC in third. That was a good finish from him, having had server issues throughout the race. So good on you, NLC.
Yes.
That was a good race from you as well. Curveball in fourth, Reimer fifth, Angry Walrus sixth, Barney in seventh, still in the points, so collecting points in the sprint and in the Grand Prix, so he's going to make some waves in the standings as well. Rujoff in eighth, SP in ninth, and Urban rounding out the top 10. Man, that was a good race, Pro.
It was. I don't think Feeney should get penalized. It's his mustache that bumped Reimer. So it wasn't the wing. It's just reached out and bumped him.
The stash got in the way, huh?
Hey, I'm impressed. Seeing Feeney start from the back, come to finish second place. I am thoroughly impressed. So congratulations to him. He's kind of my favorite. So I don't know. Can you have favorites you're calling?
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
I'm a special guest.
You are a special guest. So you can have I guess you can have a favorite. That's fine. If me and Dresden had one, that'd be bad juju.
Oh yeah. No, but hey, great. Everybody in this league, awesome, upstanding league, and great job to all the behind the scenes people. You guys put together a great league. I know it's not hard. It's not easy to have a full-time job and then have this on the side. So congratulations to everyone, mods, the drivers, the commentators, obviously trackside, you and Dresden, and everybody who participates. So kudos to you guys.
Hey, thanks, Pro. And we appreciate you coming on tonight. I know you've done tons of streaming in the past, and it showed. So appreciate you coming on. Hey, for anybody who's still out there watching, we do this twice a week, Pro Tier on Monday nights and Elite Tier on Wednesday nights. We just finished up our Limitless tournament with the former esports champion, and we're looking to do that again here maybe in the not so distant future. So keep your ears keep your ear to the ground is what my grandpa would say, right? But I don't know what the modern subscribe, so that way you get an alert on your phone or your device.
There
right?
you go.
Drop
a follow.
We love that you're here. We love that you're in the chat and watching with us. It means the world to us. So thank you. On behalf of Untrained Pro, I've been Trackside, and keep living life to the checker flag, folks. We'll see you back here Mondays and Wednesdays. Have a good night.
Good night.